What's going on, everybody? This is Living in Arizona Now, and today we're going to take you guys out to the Salt River Recreation Area, then head up to Saguaro Lake, show you guys what the wild horses are doing out there, and let's begin. Alright, here we are in Mesa, headed down McKellips Road to Power Road, which will connect to the Bush Highway where the Granite Reef Dam is, and that's where we'll be beginning this tour. For those of you who don't already know, Salt River is the main river that pours into Phoenix along with the Verde. Alright, so here we are at the lower Salt River. This is actually known as the Granite Reef Dam. So if you come down here, it's hard to really say that you're going to see any horses. You may, especially on the other side where the Red Mountain is, but I'll just show you guys real quick what it looks like down here at the lower Salt. People typically come down here to do some fishing, just kind of hang out, maybe put a kayak in the water. You can see if you go right through here. Obviously, one sign of horses or any sort of livestock would be cow pies or horse manure on the ground, right? But I'm not seeing any of that. So the place we're really going is Coon Bluff. But I just wanted to kind of show you guys around this place because I think it's worth noting, especially with all the water we've been getting. The water is fairly stagnant because that's where the dam is, right? You can kind of see it in the distance. Alright, so after showing you guys around the Granite Reef Dam, we're now going to head up to Phon D Sutton Recreation Area. This is actually where the Verde River and the Salt River come together. Oh, and by the way, I might clarify that the horses are popular out here. As you can see, the horse Xing sign, that's because they're wild horses that were left behind by the Native American people over 100 years ago to be free range out here. So can I guarantee that you're going to see wild horses every time you come out to the Salt River? No. But what I can say is there are times that you can go that will increase your odds, like in the morning time or in the evenings during sunset. Also, they say that when there's no people around, so if you go to a place where there's no cars, the horses might be there. But if you take a kayak down the river, your likelihood of seeing them really does increase. Alright, so here we are at the riparian right here. This is actually called the Phon D Sutton Recreation Area, but if we go down here, you can see the river. This is about 2 miles or a mile and a half up the road on the Bush Highway from the lower Salt River. Alright, so we're looking for horses. We've got kayakers. For those of you who are wanting to do some kayaking, or stand-up paddleboarding actually. So this is where the Salt River and the Verde River come together. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a drone in the sky and show you what it looks like from above. Beautiful out here. No horses though. So the area over here is interesting because this is where the Verde River and the Salt River actually connect. So if you look right here, you can see the water is brown and then kind of clear. So the clear water is the salt. The brown river is going to be more of the Verde. So let's give you some aerials of this. So now when someone's calling the Verde River the Dirty Verde, you probably know why. perfect for tubing. Wild horses. All right, so as we continue to work our way up towards Pebble Beach and then to the Saguaro Lake Dam, which you will want to stick around to see the casitas and the cabins that are up there, we're currently arriving at Coon Bluff. All right, so we've made it down to Coon Bluff here. This is supposedly the area most of the horses are. It is late in the afternoon right now. Probably the best time you can find them. It's going to be in the mornings. So we're gonna actually have to get out there. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon right now. Beautiful stream flow right here. It's about 89 degrees in September 1st. Alright, so we're just going to walk around this side here of the corral. See if we got anything up here. It's usually 100 degrees about this time, September 1st, but because we had a monsoon storm, we have more humidity today. Nice. See that fish? Look at that. We got an oasis out here. You can see the water flow on this river here creates a really good experience for tubing down. That's why so many people come out here with inner tubes or stand-up paddle boards, kayaks, little rafts. It's really a fun experience if you get a chance. I believe the experience does end on September 23rd though for the year, and then picks back up again sometime in April or May timeframe. That's called Salt River tubing. And that cliff face you're looking at there, right there, is actually called Coon Bluff. Way off in the background is Red Mountain. And what you're looking at here is more upstream. That's towards Saguaro Dam and the actual Bulldog Cliffs, which is where we're headed next. But before we get there, we got to stop by Pebble Beach, which is actually the main area you go into for Salt River tubing. Actually, where we're at now is the Goldfield Recreation Site. This is actually where you do pick up the inner tubes that you rent, unless you bring your own, of course, and then you take the bus here and they take you up to Pebble Beach. But this is actually where you actually get out of the water also when you're all complete after going down about 1.5 miles of the actual river section. That beach you're looking at off to the left there, that's actually where people get out of the water. You know, the desert's so interesting, especially during monsoon season. We have a prickly pear growing in a cactus, a saguaro. Look at all these butterflies. It's really teeming out here. The desert is truly alive this monsoon season. This is where the bus drops you off. This bridge here, you'll go underneath it. This is Pebble Beach. Yeah, so you got to pay the fee to go play right here. Yeah, so we got the pass, $12 for the vehicle. Obviously, if you have watercraft, it's a little bit more expensive. But just to show you where we're at, here's Granite Reef, Goldfield, and then here's Pebble Beach. We're actually right here. You go up a little bit, which we're gonna do, Saguaro Lake. Above that, you have Canyon Lake. Oh no, look what happened to that poor butterfly. We'll do a little bit more story time while we're up here. Did you know that the fastest animal in the world actually lives up here? The peregrine falcon. I think they said when it's dive bombing, it goes over 150 miles an hour. It's faster than a cheetah. Also, when you come up here, I will give a little bit of a rant about people who litter or don't pick up after themselves. Not cool. You're really contaminating an area where people drink from. So this is our drinking water, but also where people like to hang out. So when you're one of these litter bugs who doesn't know how to clean up after yourself, you're not doing anyone any justice, including yourself. But anyway, Salt River relaxation, you can see it is the thing to do. Also, don't forget, the sun is very bright out here. Bring lots of water and sun protection. That means like UV protectant, long sleeve shirts, hats, stuff like that, or sunscreen if that's your thing. But I don't know if we all want sunscreen in our drinking water when someone can just wear UV resistant long sleeve clothing. Speaking of that, I'm actually in discussion talking with a clothing brand about partnering with them to get some UV protectant clothing that's suitable for Arizona. So if you guys are interested in that, drop a comment. All right, here we are at the Bulldog Cliffs. You can see these big towering cliffs right here. Really a cool place. And there is a look at the Saguaro Lake Dam. Beyond that, obviously up above, is the actual lake, which we will be showing you. So the area we're actually arriving now is Saguaro Lake Guest Ranch. This is actually where the people who built the dam used to live while it was being built, I believe in the 1930s. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, now it's a guest ranch and they have horses and you can rent kayaks and stuff here. So when you guys come out to the Salt River Recreation Area or the Saguaro Lake, by the dam for Saguaro Lake, you can see Bulldog Cliffs, really cool. And right here you have a guest ranch. You can stay at these cabins. Really a beautiful place to hang out. They do a lot of weddings here actually. And actually, thank you to Vanessa for showing us around the lodge area here. This is where you can actually get food and hang out when you have a cabin rental that comes with this kind of access here. So it's a real cool fireplace in there actually. All right, now that we've made it to the Saguaro Lake Dam, we're going to actually go to Saguaro Lake. All right, so here we are at the restaurant at Saguaro Lake. They actually closed at 3. It's usually open on the weekends till 7, but on the weekdays it's 3. So we're not gonna be able to do that, but let's see what they got going on down here. Looks like they got those boats that go out onto the lake, ferry boats right there. Dockside, and they got the Desert Bell, and then the rest of the marina here. Oh, look at those ducks underneath the bridge. Oh, you can go down here. You can see the dam way out there. The water that is released from the lake here goes into the Saguaro, or into the Salt River recreational area. And above this is Canyon Lake, obviously. So these are closed. It's Wednesday afternoon, but on the weekends and whatnot, these are open. They got popcorn in the machine, so obviously it's going on certain days. Maybe we'll have to come out and do a video. Oh, did you see that fish? A little fish. Just jumped. This is a great lake to go if you want to explore some canyons and other areas around here. You got cliff jumping over there. Be careful with that though. And we were out here on a weekday. You can expect a lot more boat traffic out here on the weekends, especially as the weather gets a lot better from here. You know, into the 90s on the weekends. People are going to be wanting to be out on the water here. So Saguaro Lake, up above here is Canyon Lake. Above that is going to be Apache Lake, and above that is Roosevelt Lake. So lots of lakes along the Salt River area. Anyways, that's going to conclude this episode from the Salt River Recreation Area. If you guys enjoyed it, hit the likes, subscribe to this channel, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Also, watch some more of these other videos that we'll put right here.